What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a free pick for you from this New Orleans Pelicans versus Minnesota Timberwolves NBA matchup going down Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. But before we get to that free pick, if you were looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, the ones that I have the most money on every day, you can head to Pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks or the experts tab at the top of the page. We've got so much free pick content that you know the plays in the premium side are the best of the best. That's what Pickdawgz Premium is for, but we've also got our inner circle. It's something we've been mentioning a lot in our videos as of late. Now, it's not for everyone. It's for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into this service. But we've had a lot of big bettors and high rollers join this club already. You know, we've had a lot of success early on with the one-on-one coaching and the bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen and we'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The New Orleans Pelicans coming into this one 3-18 on the year, 10-9-2 against the number this season. After ending up with a 133-121 loss at the hands of the Lakers in their last matchup, they did get the cover though, catching 15.5 points, while the Timberwolves come in off a 125-112 win over San Antonio. Back-to-back wins to improve to 12-8 on the year, but 8-12 against the number this season. And, you know, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been a very streaky team, sort of that win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 3, win 2. So if you follow that, I mean, it kind of means that maybe they might lose one here. But, you know, the thing is that Minnesota is the better team, and I think that just goes without saying. But they've been a pedestrian 5-5 on the road this season, 7-3 straight up at home. And when you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves as a road favorite this season, you know, they haven't necessarily been anything to write home about. I mean, this is a Minnesota team that when they're laying points on the road is just 3-5 against the number this season. And obviously when you look at the injury report for these two teams, you know, for Minnesota, it's just, you know, Enrique Freeman, who's listed as available for this game. That's really about it. Everybody else is pretty much good to go. For New Orleans, it's still the laundry list of injuries. You still got, you know, Herb Jones, you know, DeJounte Murray obviously out. Jordan Poole still out with his quad strain. Zion Williamson's still good to go, though. And I've said before that, you know, when the New Orleans Pelicans, even when they had Zion Williamson in the lineup, this team was always capable of getting blown out because, like I said, there's been times where, you know, they just don't have the talent to hang around. However, we're starting to see, you know, the Pelicans put up a little bit more of a fight. Even though they're not winning games, they're being competitive in a lot of these games. I mean, hell, you look what they did. They were catching double digits at home against OKC and Denver a couple of weeks ago at home and, you know, snuck in the back door against OKC, lost to Denver by single digits. And, you know, they lost to Memphis by 5. They went on the road and hung around with Golden State and the Lakers by catching double digits in both those games. So I think this is a spot where New Orleans might be able to show some fight here. I think Minnesota, what we've seen from Minnesota is that there are times where they kind of just get caught taking their eye off of the ball. And, you know, this is going to be the first game of a back-to-back. You know, these two teams are going to play on Tuesday and then they're going to play again on Thursday. But I just think that Minnesota might get caught lacking in maybe in a couple of these spots coming up. You know, they play the Pelicans in back-to-back games, and then they play, you know, the Clippers at home, and maybe that's the smash spot for the Timberwolves. But we've seen, you know, Minnesota, you look at some of their recent road performances. They just got swept in their recent road trip in OKC. They did cover there, but then they lost in overtime to Sacramento. They lost laying 4.5 on the road against Phoenix. They lost there. You know, they didn't cover against Utah as they were laying 7.5 and won by 7. You know, they got blown out in New York. So I don't have faith in the Minnesota Timberwolves laying points on the road right now. So I'm going to take the 8.5, 9 points, whatever you can get here with the Pelicans in this one. Maybe they sneak in the back door once again. It's not a game I'm rushing to bet, but I think the value here is with the points and the Pelicans. So give me New Orleans here, plus the points. That is my free pick for this game. Thank you so much for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. And remember, if you're looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium, or you can click the link in the description of this video below and use the promo code PICK, P-I-C-K at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase, or you can use the promo code CYBER, C-Y-B-E-R, until Tuesday at 11:59, and that'll get you $25 off your purchase. Best of luck. We'll see you guys soon.